Hello there. I am Dr. M. I will be working with you today for the duration of your test. I am the Director of Human Extraterrestrial Contact here at the base. I trust your accommodations have been sufficient thus far. Okay, good. So, as you are likely aware, you were recovered from a presumed extraterrestrial crash, specifically CS-201 near Lake Huron in Michigan. Does that sound accurate? Okay, good. So, due to the overwhelming number of stratosphere entries we've had in the past couple of days, we've had to implement a few additional security measures. So what we're going to have to do today is I'm going to perform a examination on you, a test to confirm that you are in fact of Earth origin and not an extraterrestrial, okay? So I have this two-part test for you here. And what we'll do is I will administer the first part of your test, and then you will be given a small break. I think somebody from out there is going to bring your lunch in here, so you can have a break, a snack, and then I'll come back in and do the second part of your test, okay? This should be pretty painless, simple. If you are human, your answers will no doubt be sufficient for what I have here today. If you are an alien, however, well, we'll get to that if we need to. So for the first part of the test, I'm just going to be showing you some objects, asking you a few questions, taking some notes here, and that's all there is to it, okay? Okay. Are you ready to begin? Okay, good. So we can go ahead and get started. Pull my notes close here. Okay. So, see, they've got it all set up for me in here. It was very nice of them. So, object number one, I have this cup. Now, can you tell me what does this appear to be made out of, this object right here? Okay. And what type of object, what would normally go inside this cup? Okay, very good. Okay, quick and painless, right? They'll all be like that. So object number two. Can you tell me the name of this object? Okay. And what is this object typically used for? Okay. And what are each of these protuberances called on this object? Okay, good. And if you could have a look at this symbol right here. Right here. Can you tell me what this symbol means? Okay. And if I were to input these symbols, can you tell me what would come next, or what symbol would appear next on the screen? Okay. Okay. On to our next object. Can you tell me what this object is? What is this object called? Okay, and what is this object typically used for? Okay, and what is the color of this object? Okay, very good. Perfect. Next, we have this object. What is the name of this object? Okay, very good. And what do these symbols right here, what do these big symbols say? Okay, and can you describe what that means for me? All right, very good. Let's write that down. Let's see here. And in what situation would you use an object like this? Okay. And do you know any other objects similar to this one? Okay, I see. I see. Good. Oh, on to our next object. This one right here. So, what is this object called? Okay, and what is this used for? Okay, can you tell me the color of this part of the object? Okay, and what do these symbols on the object mean? Okay, and if I were to change the symbol in the top corner to that, what would that mean? Okay, very good. Let's put that back. Put that down. Okay. Our next object. What are these? Okay. What color are these? Okay, good. And on what part of the human body would these objects be found? Okay, and what could we do to these objects to render them useless? Is there something we could do to them very easily? Is there a certain situation where these would not be helpful anymore? Oh, interesting. And describe a situation where these would be helpful. Okay. Okay. Now, next, if you could take a look at this object for me. Now, what does this object appear to be made out of? Okay. And can you describe a situation that would involve this object? Okay, good. What is this object called? Okay. And now can you take a look at the symbols on this object? Can you read that for me? Okay, good. And take a look at the symbols on this side. Can you read these for me? Okay. And can you describe to me the importance of these symbols? Okay. Good. Okay. Let's see here. Next object is this right here. Can you describe to me what these are? Okay. Can you read this symbol for me? Very good. What is this symbol referencing? Okay, very good. And what is this symbol right here? Or this group of symbols? Can you read that for me? Okay, and what is this referencing? Very good. And what is the shape outlined right here called? Okay, very good. Okay, next object. We have this right here. What is this called? And what does it appear to be made out of? Good. And can you describe a situation where you would use this object? Good. Very good. Okay. Okay. The next object. Can you tell me what this is? It's very good. And can you explain 2 situations where these would be useful? Okay, good. And what color is this part of the object? Okay. And can you describe a demographic that you would not want to give this object to? Okay. All right. Next, we have this object. Can you tell me what this is? Okay. And what color is this object? Very good. And where would you typically receive this object? Okay. And with what animal is this object negatively associated with? Okay. Good. Right. Next object, we have this. Can you tell me what this is? Good. And is this the standard color for this object? Okay. And with what other utensils is this object commonly used in tandem with? Okay. Good. Okay. Can you read for me these symbols right here? Okay. And what other items are those symbols associated with? Okay. All right. So, next object. I have this container here. Can you just take a smell? do these items smell like? Okay. So, what then must these objects be? Okay. Good. And can you tell me how and why people consume these objects? And why are they kept in this container? Okay, good. Just get this sealed. Okay, on to our next one. What is this object right here? Okay, and what material is this right here? What is this mimicking? Okay. And what material is this made out of? Okay. And can you tell me what the function of this object is? Okay. And what steps, if any, need to be taken to make this object functional? Okay. Right. We have two more objects. So, if you can take a look right here. What is this object? Okay. What room in the typical human household is this object found in? Okay. What color is this object? Okay. And if I were to tear a piece of this object off, what shape is this? Okay, very good. And on to our last object. What is the function of this item? Okay. And how would you describe the taste of this item? Okay. What other varieties does this item come in? Okay, that's good. Good enough. And can you describe the standard packaging of this item? down here. Perfect. So we have completed the first portion of your test. Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, your results are confidential, so I can't share with you any results at the moment. I'm gonna step out. Somebody should be in to bring you your lunch, and you can take a small little break before we get into the second part of the test, okay? Okay. Well, I will leave you to eat, and I will see you again very shortly.